So Gabriel Nassif will be playing Makihito Mahara in the semifinals. That matchup seems like it's much more straightforward. I mean, we shouldn't see the Titanic 50-turn games. You've basically got a deck trying to gain life versus a combo deck trying to deal 20 by turn 4.
Trying to deal 20 and really not capable of
doing
much more than 20.
Yeah, right. I mean, you can hard cast dragons and attack with them, but
I mean, you can do 20 with the dragons and then attack for 20 a turn. But I mean, we've seen a deck that can gain 20 a turn and has Wrath of God.
Sure.
So.
But yeah, I mean, realistically, that game's going to get decided in 5 turns, 5-6 turns. If Dragonstorm's either going to go off or it's not.
If there's a Wrath and Martyr in the opening hand for Gabriel Nassif, then the game is over. It's pretty much that simple.
Hi again.
Oh, hey.
Brian David Marshall, Randy Buehler, enjoying these World Championship top 8 matches. We are in the semifinals now. Ryo Ogura and Nick Levette are about to play Game 5. We can see on our monitors that they're shuffling up right now. Yep. Meanwhile, Gab Nassif and Makihito Mahara are getting ready for game number 1. I know there was some debate. What was going to end first? The other semifinal match or Gabe's quarterfinal? Well, we knew the semifinal was going to end. The other semi would end before lunch. But the winner is Gab Nassif. Got the job done in the quarters. He's through to the semis.
Does he get to carry any of that life over into his subsequent matches?
No.
No, that's really too bad. He can make it up pretty quickly.
I think an unglued 4 card. Well, right, Mark Rosewater's writing that down somewhere.
I think that match is going to be a blowout
for Nassif.
I think it's an utter blowout.
We'll see.
I mean, obviously, Dragonstorm can just storm into the combo and catch you with your pants down.
But he's got to do it 3 times.
And I don't see that happening. Again, any first turn Martyr is probably game.
Oh, wow. He just wins with first turn Martyr?
He just wins on first turn Martyr with an untapped mana at any point.
All right. Well, we got some unfinished business before that.
Absolutely.
We've got Game 5 between Ryo Ogura and Nick Levette, and we are going to take you there right now.
Okay.
Here we are. Ryo Ogura has won 2 games. The Japanese player is piloting the Trisketron deck designed by Katsuhiro Mori.
Let him go.
And facing off against him is Welsh national team member Nick Levette. Levette?
I think it's Levette. I'm not sure.
Levette has not dropped a match he constructed all weekend. I believe he is 11-0-2. I know he ran the table on day 1. I believe he went 4-0-2 to clinch this top 8 seat on the extended day. And now here he sits. Can he win this last game? Can he get through to the finals of the World Championships? He's already earned himself a seat on the gravy train. Between the Welsh national team finish and his finish here, he is on the Pro Tour for a year. That's the trophy. That's the trophy he's playing for. Wow, there you get a good look at it. The Traveling Worlds trophy. He gets to take that trophy home. He gets his name engraved on the trophy. Shows up at every Pro Tour for all time. That is an awesome reward, and that's what these guys are playing for. That's what's at stake. Nick played a turn 1 Savannah Lion. That resolved and has gotten in for 2 damage.
No second land.
No second land. And his turn 2 Savannah Lion gets remanded. Ouch.
I always like that play where you don't play your second land.
Oh, of course.
You play your lion, they remand, you play your land.
But you're supposed to then play the second land and replay the lion. No second land is not good news for Nick Levette. Levette had this match, too. I mean, he in the game 3, we were watching both hands, and Ryo Ogura had nothing. He was desperately trying to draw either a missing piece of the Urzatron to fire up Triskellivis or a Wrath of God.
He needed the remand to complete the Tron.
He left remand, and Nick attacked him down to 2, went for Stone Rain, and that Stone Rain got remanded. Ryu needed the remand. Then his draw phase delivered up the missing element. If Nick had just shipped the turn and trusted in his monsters, not walked into remand, he would be through to the Pro Tour Finals. But he walked into the remand, and Ryo Ogura managed to win a game that looked lost. Now it all comes down to this, 5th game, and now Nick's sitting with just 1 land, 1 lonely lion, while his opponent is already digging 3 lands in a compulsive research.
I have a feeling we're going to see 2 spells discarded here, just from the look on. That's not the look of someone who's going to pitch a land. Which also means that if he finds mana, he's probably got a hand full of gas. Which is
He needs mana, though. I mean,
he needs mana, absolutely.
If both players are mana screwed, you got to like the Boros deck's chances.
Right, but remember, he just needs to complete that Tron, and he goes bam right up to Triskelivis.
That's true.
Right, one Tron is the Triskelivis. Yeah, he's discarding 2 cards. He's going to ship the turn, but he's only going to take 2, not 4. Yeah, think about how different this game is if just one land for Nick here.
Yeah, it's huge. Discards Teferi and, was that Spellsnare?
Looks
Yeah,
like
Teferi and
Spellsnare.
Spellsnare. Nick untaps. Draws. Lion comes in for 2. Replays a Lion off that Pain land.
And stays at 1 land. Yes or no?
Yeah, ships the
Oh
turn.
my
Still no
gosh.
second land.
And that sounds like a Wrath of God to me. No, it's
Faith
Faith
Fetters.
Fetters. Oof,
Which I think might even be worse.
Almost worse.
I think it is worse.
Well, at least he gets 2 back this turn.
Right. But I mean, it cancels out the next 2 attack phases
Yeah.
and sets up a future Wrath.
Yeah.
Hip Hop Hoop 25 says, is it just me? Or does the Soggy Pickles deck seem really good against Martyrtron?
I gotta tell you, the Pickles deck in general is fantastic against any decks that are very, very mana intensive. You have
Makes
a lot
sense.
of time. You have a lot of time to set up your Giga Drows.
What is the Soggy Pickles deck, basically?
So Soggy Pickles is
Brine Elemental, right?
is
That's
Brine
where the
Elemental.
pickles come from.
Soggy Pickles is Gavin Verhey's sort of fine-tuning of my Pickles deck.
Tidings from Ryo Ogura. Go ahead.
Really, that's another card I would have expected to see sided out in this matchup.
Looks fine right here. Draw 4, set up.
It looks fine when your opponent
My
has
opponent's
mana.
got 1 land and a couple Savannah lines.
Anyway, it's a Vesuvian Shapeshifter Brine Elemental lock. It's a one-sided stasis.
Oh, wow.
You get a face-up Brine Elemental, and you unmorph your Shapeshifter. It triggers the morph. It copies the morph trigger of when you unflip a Brine Elemental, and it keeps your opponent's permanents locked without any untap. And you set it up with a big Giga Drowse at the end of your opponent's turn.
Okay.
That's pretty exciting. I mean, and again, if the Tron deck gets out early and gains 100 life, I mean, you have a little bit of a battle. But I think it's a pretty good. I think it's actually pretty good against both of these decks, Trisket Tron and Mortartron. But love it's going alpha on Agura's rear here. You know, the Savannah Lions keep coming. You know, no Wrath. I mean, he's got to have a Wrath now, right? Suspend Rift Bolt. No, Magus with a scroll.
Doing what he can off 1 land.
That seems...
Ryu, though, I mean, when your opponent gets to tap out for Tidings, untap, and they're still on 13. Yeah, Nick knows. Doesn't like his chances.
Still no Wrath of God, though.
No, a couple of Triskelivises in Ryu's hand, though.
They're going to be online shortly.
He seemed plenty good enough to get the job done against Savannah Line. He's sitting on a Mana Leak and, a Spell Burst.
Yeah, Spellburst is just phenomenal here. But, you know, if he doesn't get...
Five coming over.
Agura falls to 8.
Yep. It's interesting. Ogura could have played Triskelivis there, and he'd rather sit on the permission. He's willing to just take 5 more damage down to 8.
Could he have played Triskelivis? Does he have a completed Tron?
Oh, no, he's 1 mana short. My bad. Second land, finally from Nick Levette, now that his opponent is at 7. A little fist pump from the Welshman. Land 213. Saying, there's no problem staying up watching this. I've stayed up longer playing a Momir Premier event.
That's true. You know, the premier events have to have conditioned people to be ready for this long.
There's the Tron.
I'm gonna.
There's the Tron. There's the Triskelivis.
I think I'm gonna give this game.
I think there's a seat in the championship match for Ryo Ogura.